Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today is actually a special one since this is our 1 year anniversary for uploading on this channel. I've changed my content a lot throughout this 1 year period and I felt like today we should go back and look where I started and see how much I've evolved from that. So let's get into it. One thing before we start is thank you guys for subscribing. I know it's just a small amount, but hopefully we can grow our channel and become bigger. And if you enjoy this, like for more content, but I'm moving back to my normal Halo soon because Halo Infinite, there's going to be the trailer in 6 days. They just released it like an hour ago, so hopefully we'll have a new video coming up once that trailer comes out. Now, let's actually get into our YouTube past. We obviously have to begin with our first video, which is repairing my Zing crossbow. My original intent for the channel was I was going to be kind of like a building channel, and I was going to build random items out of stuff I had around my house. And I kind of got inspiration from this channel called The Hacksmith. They have like 9 million subscribers, and I'm like, he started out of the garage, why couldn't I? Why couldn't I build stuff and then get popular that way? So that was my original intent, and I just started. I didn't really know what to do for my first video. So I started with something small. I just repaired my crossbow I had, because like the firing bands deteriorated, so you couldn't attach the arrows and pull it back. So I just taped some rubber bands because the glue wouldn't work, but honestly, it isn't that good at all. But it's a start, so I'm not going to delete my first video, even though it's terribly garbage. And what I introduced there were just my main ideas, like I was going to show you what I did and then test fire it, and I had this dummy, which was basically a punching bag with a roll of duct tape roll holding up a milk carton with a face on it. And I called it Timmy, and that was going to be like my side character. You know how like Mythbusters had Buster and all that. It wasn't really like someone else, it was just like a dummy I had to use. And I was going for that, but then literally after we got rid of the punching bag because we didn't use it anymore, so that would have never happened anyway. But then I ran into my first problem, which was supplying regular content, because it was really hard to just find stuff to build around the house, because I wasn't just making things entirely. Like, I had to go find stuff first, and then I had to actually do it. And I did build one thing, which I've never shown this channel. It was a nice shotgun. It worked decently. It was out of some Vex crap that Hexbug put out, and it was like really bad. So I changed that into a shotgun, but I didn't really want to start with that. So I just found something to start with, and that was my first video. And then once I realized the problem, I knew I'd have to change it up. So I was thinking what I could do, and then I'm like, maybe I could do something with gaming, because I've always liked gaming. And then we enter phase 2. There was actually some videos before, but that was Fortnite clips, and I don't wanna share those. I really never want to go back to that. That's cringe. I will never post Fortnite again. I'm so sorry. Please don't unsubscribe. I deleted it and made a mistake. I'm sorry. Please. So after my first real video, I moved on to some computer gaming. So I literally set up a couple boxes, a couple game boxes, put my phone up, and held it between a stapler and a tape dispenser. I'm not kidding. And basically, I just filmed my computer while I looked for games. And the site where I found some of my games were crazygames.com. And this was actually a very good site because it was free, and I'm not poor, but I'm a child. I have no money, so I wasn't just going to force my parents to buy me a ton of games. So I started by doing that. And the first gaming video was Rubber Dinghy, which was about 11 minutes long. And what I didn't realize, I filmed 10 minutes because I was going for about then, though I don't have monetization, so it doesn't matter how long I want to make it. And basically, I was filming part 2, and it literally took like a minute to finish it. So I'm like, I'll just combine this. And then I'd use my computer software because I didn't have an editing software yet. I still kind of don't. It's literally just a phone app. But then I did that, and I had to combine it. It took like 3 hours to upload, but eventually it got out and did decent. My crossbow video did better, but that's probably because it's my first video on my channel, and everyone goes back and sees what that is. And then I started with that. I went into Cube Escape. I did a couple other random games like Super Husky. I remember I did a full playthrough of that. It was a fine game. There's Cube Escape, which I played on mobile. I beat all the games on mobile, and then I played it again here to revisit it. There was also Office Horror Story, which was a pretty good series. I actually finished that. And for Cube Escape, I kind of put Office Horror Story at the beginning of the end of Cube Escape, so it was like mixed in between. But I never actually finished Cube Escape, so if I ever actually reach any kind of milestone, I might release that last part of Cube Escape being like, yeah, here's that final end of the series that I never finished. But that's only if I actually get big, because I just didn't upload. I don't know why, I just didn't. So if that ever happens, you'll get Cube Escape Part 7, and I'll finally end the game, because it took me so long to beat that. And we continued that for a bit. We didn't upload at all consistently, and we continued that phase for a bit until about around December, when the last Star Wars movie came out, and I did 2 tier list videos. The first was rating all the Star Wars movies, which I still like. The last one was the best out of the garbage sequel trilogy. We don't need to debate that at all, but basically I did a tier list, and then it actually did really well, and I'm like, wow, I never knew that. So then I was actually feeling confident, because I'm like, I can actually make progress. People will actually view this, and it's great. Every single time someone likes it, it's like, great, they actually enjoy it. Or they subscribe, it's like they actually want to see more from me, and that's great. That's progress, that's evolution, that's growing. And this would be a fun career. So if it ever blows up, that would be great. That would be awesome. I'd love to do this. So back on track, I did a video reviewing that, and actually got like 52 views now. And basically that was my most popular video for a while. And then I tried a second tier list, because if it works, I keep doing it, you know? And that's what I'm doing now. I'm just sticking with whatever works and whatever I enjoy. So I tried redoing that with the Halo games, so I tried to rate the Halo games, and it didn't do well at all. So I realized it was probably just the hype off of the new movie that got me there. But I knew there was ways that I could get views, but I needed a way to keep people coming back, and that's what I didn't have yet. I took a big break from uploading for a bit, because I still have school and stuff. So I just worked on school for a bit, because nothing was really working on YouTube, and I didn't really know what to upload. But then I went back to the computer games, and I did a couple more, like Ice Age Baby, where you killed the Ice Age Baby. That was actually a really funny series. It was just 2 episodes of some random, really bad looking game that just had a ton of random memes thrown into it. It was actually pretty enjoyable. And then I did Revenge of Dog. I did a Flash game, and then I did 2 Flash games that still on Crazy Games, because that's where I got all my games, and it was nice and free. But then quarantine happened and all the coronavirus crap, and we finally entered our next phase, which is when we start with Xbox. So I had a friend, he has like 90 subscribers now. Subscribe to him if you want, you know, the usual, plugging him in, whatever, Elite Doge. And I did an Xbox video with him, which I set up a tripod and put it staring at my TV. So it didn't look that good, but it was better than before, because my computer screen looked really bad, and you can tell, especially then. So for quarantine, I started playing a lot of Xbox with my friends, and I started with Elite Doge, and I did a couple of Halo videos as well, which is what I'm still doing now, because I love the Halo franchise, and hopefully we can get more when Halo Infinite comes out, and trailer coming soon, so another video on that when that comes out, obviously. But until then, we're still talking about what's happened, and basically we started playing Xbox a ton now, and then all my friends made a Minecraft realm, and there's this game mode called Murder Mystery. And this basically is when there's a murderer and detective. The detective has to kill the murderer before they murder everyone else, and the rest of the people are innocent, just trying to run around and survive. So basically, we built a giant map around that. It has like 34 different places you can play at, and it's actually pretty good, but we started at that, and then I upload one, and it actually did really well. It wasn't as popular as The Rise of Skywalker, the ranking tier list, so it didn't do good as that, but it's still pretty well. So I'm like, yes, maybe this will work. So I uploaded another, did a little better than before. Still not up to 30 views. But then I did some more Halo in between, and then I finally did a part 3, and then it just suddenly died. So I'm like, this isn't content that's going to sustain for a while. But I keep doing the Halo for a while. And basically I did that until I mixed it up a bit. There's this one video called joining random Kahoot games, where I tried to join random Kahoot games by literally just typing the code in and hopefully they accept me. But I got into one and then it like auto made me win or something. I don't know, probably a glitch. But that was back to the computer format, but I didn't want to stay there. So I did more Xbox, I did Rayman, that failed. Battlefront 2 stopped. It was just more Halo and Minecraft whenever I could. But I didn't really have anything that was propelling me to do better. It was kind of at a standstill of like 10 to 20 views, and that right before the random Kahoot games, I tried to do something with my friends where I'd get 3 other people and we'd have a Halo squad on Master Chief Collection. So I did little letter videos, and 2 or 3 of those are still up. Basically, I was gonna spell it out, but I did it out of order and nobody really cared anyway because it was just my friends watching at that time. So basically, that idea flopped, and I never actually fully leaked the thing because I messed it up and I'm like, I don't really care. And then the actual Halo squad, which I was excited for, never really happened because we just started playing Minecraft again and people went on vacation just a bit. It started reopening because we weren't that bad with coronavirus. But basically, I tried to make a Halo squad. It failed, and unfortunately, it never came to fruition. And I don't know what could have happened if we continued that. But those letter videos are still there because I haven't deleted any of them yet. And if you want to watch them, I don't know why. And then I did say on one of those that I'd start doing Mario Kart content, but that would not come until much later. My first really, really random video was called Cookie Cake, where it was like 2 o'clock at night, and we had some cookie cake I got from my mom's after I finished school, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just make a video of me eating cookie cake. So I did a 45-second freaking video, and it did 30 views. I'm like, okay, whatever. So it was just a random video. It didn't really have much importance until the second part, which I continued doing the normal Xbox thing for a bit until I released that second part, and it did terrible. So I'm like, I'm just going to stop for a bit. I'm going to rethink. And this is when we enter our final phase. And remember how I said Mario Kart is because that's how we started out our final phase, which basically I'm like, I love talking a lot. As you can tell, I'm talking for 13 minutes now. I love talking. I love gaming. How can I put that together and actually make it work? And I started by playing some Mario Kart, recording that, and putting it under a voiceover, which I'm doing right now. And that actually did pretty good. It was like 22 views. Cool. It was actually relatively decent, and it wasn't just my normal content. So maybe this was the way to go. And I liked Halo. The game was coming out soon. Well, the trailers still haven't come out, but the game's coming out at the end of this year. And I'm like, maybe I could talk about what I think is going to happen there. And once I posted that video, basically all I did was record gameplay, put audio over it, and then put some pictures so people are following along with what I'm doing. And then it blew up. It was like, wow. Well, it blew up for me. It's not like super huge. It was now at 165 views. That's so much larger than anything else I've ever done. And I'm like, the game's not even out. And it's like, I know people are kind of hyped for speculating about it, but yeah, it actually worked. So I made a sequel to that, got 50, but it still was much better than before. Now, the Skywalker Saga rating is not even my most popular video. It just got outclassed so easily. I'm like, maybe this can work. So that's what I'm continuing to do to this day. Basically, I do a couple Halo videos, then I take a break video. Like, a couple of them, for example, are the Lego Stars video, which I revisited, and the Mario Kart video was starting that. And then there was also, I did a Minecraft Dungeons video last time, and then once the trailer comes out, I'm going to go back to Halo again. But this is my newfound formula, and it's actually working because I've gained 10 subscribers in the past 28 days, and that really never happened before. Now I'm at 32, and it's like actual growth. That's great. That's what I want to see. It makes me happy that I can actually do something. So hopefully if I continue and Halo Infinite does well, I could pull a lot of people to my channel with my thoughts on that stuff, like I have been trying to do for a bit. And it's actually really fun seeing my progress. And now my most popular video is also about Halo Infinite. It's like We Know Nothing. I was talking about how marketing was so slim. I forgot to mention all the E3 cancellation stuff, but they could still release it on the internet and there'd still be a lot of hype. But that did 170 views, and right now is my most popular video. So hopefully I can improve on what I have now, continue with this style of content, and branch out more and grow this channel. And now we're here. That was my 1 year journey, and this is where it's all led up to. Just a video of me talking about what happened. It's been really, really weird. Honestly, YouTube's so fun, and I'd love to continue doing it, and if I keep growing, that'll be great. But hopefully I can do that. And this marks year 2. Let's see how far we can get this time. So guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and if you haven't already, turn your notifications on if you're subscribed. And I hope you enjoyed. See you next time if you stay tuned for more.